Welcome to the Misha Wilson Show, where we show you how to create massive success online so you can live the lifestyle of your wildest dreams. As always, if you get value out of this episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button below so you're notified when I do more videos just like this. And don't forget to let me know in the comment section what your biggest takeaway is from this video. With that said, let's go ahead and dive in to today's episode.
What is going on, everyone? Misha Wilson here, coming at you for another episode of Marketing with Misha, coming at you from the car here today. So I'm going to keep my eyes on the road for the most part. But with that said, I want to talk about something here today that will allow you to do the unfun stuff sometimes, but the stuff that you have to do in order to move forward so you can start seeing more progress with your business, get bigger results, and in the end, keep whatever results that you have and multiply those results so that you can once again build a successful business long term. So as always, let me know what your name is and where you're coming in from with a quick comment in the comments box below. And if you guys get value, don't forget to comment, like, heart, and share. And with that said, let's go ahead and dive into today's message. So today what I want to talk about is essentially how you can get yourself to do the unfun stuff, how you can get yourself to do the stuff that, look, it has to get done. It has to get done for your business to keep moving forward. It has to get done for you to stay alive as a company, but usually it's just something that you don't want to do, all right? And every single business has these types of things. Every single business has these areas where, look, you don't want to spend any time on these things. You don't want to spend any effort on certain activities. You don't want to, wake up in the morning and deal with, certain aspects of the business that just purely aren't fun, but they're totally necessary to do to stay in business, to get profitable for the first time, to, again, essentially see whatever result you're looking to see. And that's exactly what I want to talk about here today. I want to talk about an exercise because this client actually asked me yesterday. I was working on just a bunch of stuff that I wasn't really in love with. And I told my client that I was working on that kind of stuff. And she said, God, yeah, I can never get myself to actually do it. And she asked me how I stay focused when I'm working on stuff that, for lack of a better term, I can't stand doing, right? And the answer is kind of one of those answers where I think if I share it to everyone here with an episode, that I think you guys will get a lot of value. So the answer is you have to understand what at a core level is driving you, what at a core level is motivating you, what at a core level is the reason you're doing what you're doing. You have to understand, not just I want a successful business so I can have a cool lifestyle, but even beyond that, I want a successful business so that I can impact my family. I want a successful business so that I can give back to XYZ charities. I want a successful business so that I can fill in the blank. And you need to get crystal clear on all of those fill in the blank statements. You need to get crystal clear on how your business, when you're successful, will impact the people in your life that you love most. You need to get crystal clear on, how your business, when you're successful, when you do these things that you don't like doing, will make your own lifestyle better, and how it'll reduce your stress, increase your happiness, whatever you're actually after. I can't necessarily give you the answer here. I can kind of guide you with some stuff that I look at myself personally, but the answer is going to be different for every single person. And so once you get crystal clear and take 5-10 minutes to really think about it, write it down, longer if need be, 20 minutes, half an hour, and get to the core of it. Get to the core of, I want a successful business for all of these reasons. I want to support this person in this way. I want to set up this person long-term in this way because I love them. They supported me. As an example for myself, one of my core motivating driving factors is I want to set my dad up for retirement and so that he can, never worry about money, never stress about money, never, have to wonder whether or not he's going to run out of money during his life, because I love my dad. He supported me for so many years. He helped me out in so many different ways. And it's, the least I can do is give back to him. And I've already started that process, but I just want to be able to do it more and bigger and on a, grander scale. And so that, as an example, is one of my driving, motivating factors for why I run my business. And those are the things that you have to spend some time to get crystal clear on. And then you have to understand and anchor yourself to those things when you're working on the stuff that you absolutely hate. When you're working on the stuff that, you wish there was some way for you to not do this. And some things, look, you should be delegating, you should be outsourcing, you should be, hiring someone to do it if it's something that you can't or you can outsource and delegate and you don't need to do yourself. But some things, look, you got to do that end up sucking. And sometimes you're going to spend full days working on stuff that you don't really feel like doing. And what I do, what helps me the most, and what I would highly recommend all of you doing so that you can execute upon those activities, without necessarily burning out and without, hating what you're doing, is keep at the forefront of your mind all of those motivating factors. Spend some time, list them all out, and then look at it this way. When you're doing something that you can't stand, you can't stand doing it in that moment, but doing it right then is going to allow you to get that thing that you've listed out long term. Doing that thing right then for me is going to allow me to support my dad further, in his retirement, and give him a better setup for, again, when he does his thing and he ends up retiring. Doing that thing that I hate right now is going to allow me to get XYZ. And you have to fill in the XYZs. You have to get crystal clear on your core motivating, driving factors. You have to spend some time and really do some self-analysis and look at, why the hell do I want to build a business? Who's going to be impacted in a positive way when I build a business? Who's going to, reap the rewards of my hard work today, tomorrow, when I take action today on this thing that I hate, on this thing that I don't like doing, on this thing that I would do anything not to do. And once you get clear on that, when you sit down to do that thing, when you sit down to focus on that thing that you would pay money to not do, but you got to do in this case, right? If it's a non-delegatable task, I don't even think that's a word, but if you can't outsource it, keep in the forefront of your mind, when I do this thing, this person will be affected this way. When I do this thing, I'll be affected this way. If it's a personal, gain that you're going to have. When I do this thing, I'll have less stress, anxiety, financial anxiety, whatever it may be for you that you're trying to get away from and get towards. Keep that in the forefront of your mind. Hold on to that good emotion. Hold on to, what the result, the second order consequence of doing the thing. And I'm not saying consequence in a negative light right now. I'm just talking about the result of doing the thing that you don't want to do. Keep that in the forefront of your mind. And then doing the stuff you don't like doing, look, it just becomes something that you do because you can get closer to the end goal that you're after. It just becomes something you got to do because if you want to be in really good shape, you got to lift the weights. If you want to be in really good shape, you got to eat good. The same thing holds true for business. If you want to have a successful business, you got to do some stuff that you don't want to do. And the way that you get clear, the way that you give yourself motivation to do that stuff is to get clear on what's going to happen, what's the benefit, what are you really after when you're successful in your business, and then keep that in the forefront of your mind when you're working on those things that you don't like doing. So that's my message for the day, how to do shit that you hate, essentially. Give me a comment, like, heart, and share, as always, if you guys got value. And until next time, over and out.